Hello everybody, today is Tuesday the 23rd of September and I've had a busy day and I just saw my whole flat is in shambles. It's just so dirty and stuff, and I thought I might start a vlog to show that to you. Reason for that is the mess and stuff. Well, one, it's normal. Two, I have been preserving my energy for the market, which was on Saturday. And my mom's birthday was today, so I had to bake a cake for her yesterday. Had to be fit for that. And I had cold water for 2 days because they were de-chalking the boiler. So throughout from yesterday morning till now, I didn't have warm water. I did do some dishes, but it was hard. And I was out a lot today. And I just saw everything that I need to do, and I got a bit very stressed also. There's stuff. And yeah, well, I didn't get anything done here. I also have my cleaning list, and I got a bit better with the vacuuming and stuff the last months, but this month nothing. This is vacuuming and this is mopping, but I didn't get to that because I was preparing for the market. And here pans and stuffs and rest of my mom's things. Had water in there to clean my dishes. Also, the garbage got as far as here. And then, but this is kind of alright. I just stuffed everything from the market onto my bed. And then we have this room. Yeah. And after going to my mom's today, I was the only one there because my older sister is very stressed with work. She has a lot to do. So Tanya didn't come, and Martina, she had worries about Madita, the dog, today, and had to go to the vet. And then she didn't feel so good. So after I was at my parents', my dad drove me home to check on my on my water things. What are they called? Those tap things. And then I went to Martina with cake and stuffs and walked back home. And now I'm here. And did I start other things and didn't finish them? I noticed that I start things and then I have another idea and then I don't finish my thoughts. Yeah, that was why I was the only one with my parents, because Tanya couldn't because of work and Martina because of Madita, the dog. Okay, I did sneak film a very short clip at their home. So I will show that to you now. So it's a lot of talking, but I had something else I wanted to talk about. I did watch my video again when I said I was very kaput after the market, and I just said I was very kaput and that the last half hour was hard. But I just want to give you a short insight. So in this last half hour, I thought I am dying. So I'm not making it home. One gets very worried to ever get better again, because I was fine there until I went to the toilet into a quiet room, and then I noticed how horribly I felt. So my head was buzzing, I was feeling dizzy and all the things, and I still had a half an hour, 3/4 of an hour to go until I could pack up. And I was already worried about how it will go on then, how long it will take to recover. And it really does feel like I'm not getting home. I cannot do it. It's impossible. I will die on the way there. I never did so far. I never died, but I hate that feeling, and that was going on the last half hour, 3/4 hour, and that is very hard. But I did recover quicker. I mean, I'm still not entirely fine, but I am better all in all. And normally that would take me a week to get better. And it's now Tuesday, so I had Sunday and Monday yesterday was already very busy with baking the cake without warm water, and also made sushi, and I just used all my geschirr, my plates and stuffs. What's geschirr? Plateware. I don't know. And today also very busy day. So yeah, well, I am better. I just wanted to mention how that feels when I say I'm very kaput and it was very hard. I really thought I am dying. And yeah, one has to power through somehow. And you don't see that from the outside. But I know only lying down will help me, and just resting somewhere is not helping. Just lying down and having a night's sleep or something. It's like when somebody says, "Ja, kannst du liegen?" You could just lie down a bit. That's not it. I need to be home and I need to relax for a few hours. Okay, but that was just something I wanted to say. So it is now, what is it? My watch is so wrong, it says 5 to 2. It is, sorry, 10:15, maybe it says 10:05 and it's behind. I have cleaned up a bit and I'm a bit stuck with all my stuff because I am working on snow shaker cards, but I wanted to show you how I make them. And I have already cut out, I think this is each 8 layers of frames. And now I decided I want to make them a bit higher because my snow is very voluminous and I wanted to be able to shake. So I'm making a few more layers for that, which gives me the opportunity to show you. I have this huge gymnastic ball, which is very much in the way. I did cut out those layers a while ago, sorry, and I'm very glad I didn't take them apart. So I have normal frame dies. They are, so the 2 smallest are still here. They're einzeln, single things, but I taped them together on the back with washi tape so I have the same distance. Then it doesn't matter if it's a bit crooked, as long as I don't take them apart. One part can be bigger or smaller, but they're all the same. And yeah, just wanted to show you how I prepare them. And then I cut them out. Like 10 times is a good one for snow shakers. The bad thing is when they're so tight next to each other, it doesn't always cut well through. So I cut it a bit diagonal. I did have 2 others prepared and I could fit them all on the A4 paper, but I split it in half. So there's more pressure on the ones I have. And I do have to put down a washi tape so it doesn't move, because I want to move the whole thing, the whole paper, in between the die cuttings. And this is a bit narrow fit. And now I pay attention that I put it in with a corner, not like with a long side or with a straight side, but at an angle, because there's more pressure on the points then. I really hope this camera works for that. Okay, so once. And then I turn the paper, I hope it stays together, and put the other corner first. I just think it cuts it better. Then I take off the middle part. I have a lot of those now. I can use 2 of those for making layers in the smallest frame I have, because this makes now very many frames. But I guess I will. Oh, and this one is also an inner part. Already falls apart, but I will film the rest with the other camera. So here they are, and I can turn them around. Those already came out. And then with that, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames. And again, there it didn't cut it through Sometimes I have to go over it with an X-Acto knife, with a scalpel, but they actually separate it easy. So now I can make, how many I said, snow shakers. And here I have another, this is garbage. This is another 2, and sometimes I just throw it down and there they come. And that's another 2. And then I will glue them all together, and I love it that this is like wood, like chipboard. Already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is another 7. So altogether I have 15, and this a bit closer too. So I don't put it in straight, because then it's the pressure goes on the whole thing, and then it doesn't distribute so well. Then when I put it in like this, then the pressure is on smaller bits. And over there, once it's over there, I turn it to the other corner. So when you have an intricate die, you have to put it in a few times and turn it around, and therefore it's important to stick it down. And before I take those, or before, if you do that, before you take those apart, make sure you also cut out one frame, because you want to have a nice frame at the end. But further on, I need those separated again, because I will cut out my backgrounds, also my acetate, which I need as a glass in my shaker thing, with those, just not with the smallest one. Also the layers inside, so, but I don't do that yet. I do that later. I am about to sort my frames, and those are deckled ones, nested decals from Hello Bluebird, who has a new release. Surprisingly. Yeah, so though there I need to pay attention that I have them the right way, because I want to have them the correct way around, that those bumps and stuffs are just on the same side. So I have them here, that yeah, they look like one piece. And again, I just put a little glue, liquid glue, and put a border, liquid glue, next border, and so on. But that's boring to show. And just before I forget to mention it, I do have another market on the 8th of November, the suitcase market, and I need to make Christmas cards, and that's why I'm making those snow shakers, and I'm very stressed already, because I need to make cards, and I need to prepare my suitcase better this time. I have a whole table, so I got the last market over, but I'm already working towards the next one. And I have really made many cards, and I do hope after this market that I will have more time throughout the year to make cards. It has been hard for the last 1.5 years. Now it's better, and I hope it stays better. Then I don't have so much stress before the markets, because I can work all year round. And I think one can still see that I'm a bit pale and my voice is a bit more crackling. My eye bags are a bit worse. That's still because of the market. So I've glued together all the frames, and I just put some pictures, images that I had already. It's not very Christmassy, but maybe with a saying, with a sentiment, I can pull it around. And I have some open ones, which are gonna be those, but I need to stamp and color them first. Those are gonna go here. And now I just need to kind of maybe label it or something, because I don't want to do that thinking step again. Maybe I just turn the frame around and I put a 1 on this and a 1 on here and here, and then so I go through that. I have prepared, stamped, colored, and cut out all my critters now. They're all in here. I have some sentiments ready. I need to see which ones fit. Then they're all German. And now I need to do a ton of die cutting again. I do have those smallest squares and things which came out here in the middle. And I have 3 of each. I mean, I have more than that, but I just put 3 of each aside. I will use those to cut layers in it. I will have snowy layers in the frames. And now I can take off the smallest one, because I don't need that for anything anymore. So I take off the smallest one of all of them. And then I will take them all apart and cut out 1 of each for having the base, the background. So also I will cut out 1 of each and acetate thingy. This is my window, and I have those from teacher school. It was actually for printing on, but it's fine for that. And then when I have that, I will have to take off the outer one, the most big one of each thing, and cut out each one once or twice. This one I can cut out once, because I can cut out a border layer for the inside and use the other half for also that side. With those I have to cut them out twice again, because I have those edges which are weird and they need to match up. So I need 2 of each here. So I will cut a lot and I will show you what I did. I did a late night cutting out session, and now I have them all here. So here I have the base layers which match up with the frame. one time in paper, one time in acetate as a window and as the background. I will ink blend on the background. And that is for each. That was the biggest size. And then without the biggest size, I have all the inlays. So those will be the borders that go inside of the frame that I have already there. And I will cut out those snowy borders. And I have 2 for each. And I hope it's clear what I meant. I didn't need the biggest one because it needs to go inside the frame. And yeah, those I have all twice, and here are the rest. And the bad thing is I did washi tape all my things together, and then it transferred some stickiness onto my cutting plate, and now all my acetate things, also the papers, are a bit dirty, and I will have to clean them, and I don't like doing that. Okay. Now I've laid them all out again with my critters, and I have decided which sentiments go where. I have written that down, and I want to make one card with you entirely, then I do the rest by myself and show you how they turn out. So I chose this ice bear with penguin, and it has a sentiment that says Auf die Plätzchen, fertig los. This is a word game. We say ready, steady, go, or ready, set, go is Auf die Plätze, fertig, los. Und Plätzchen sounds like Plätze, but Plätzchen means cookie. So instead of ready, set, go, we said ready, cookie, go. Kinda. Auf die Plätzchen, fertig, los. Okay, so I'm gonna emboss it with white, and then I will ink blend the background. I will cut my borders and then put it all together. Oh, now it's recording. Hello! So I have my right background here, which fits, and this is what I meant with having those bigger, so they fit behind the frame, and the borders, they need to fit inside here because I want to make borders in here, so that's why those need to be a bit smaller. But I will just pick that stuff first. The background, I can put magnets here, and this will be kind of here. You see it, barely. Pick my sentiment, and I think it just needs to be in this corner, like here, and then I will have that maybe as much as it goes there. Okay, I'm gonna take that off so I can pick up my sentiment. I will emboss with white. I think it's gonna be pretty with a when I do blue inking over it. With my powder tool. Get my, I'm gonna turn it around, my Versamark ink. Here. Stamp it. Okay, put my powder on. Okay. Needs to dry a bit or cool down a bit. Hi Mausie, und jou? Moet ik wel helpen? Actually. Okay, so here I have it in my frame, and I just put some borders over it because one is in the background, then is the critter, which is kind of with this border, and then I have one in the front. That's why I have the smaller ones, and I need to transfer that now onto here. A bit over the corner, and there. Maybe like this. And now I cut that out. So this is my first border, which is too tall. I would just make it a bit shorter. And here I always have to pay attention that I have the stitching on the right side. So I want to have the stitching on my heel. Maybe maybe like this. Okay. Yeah, now it fits in here. There's the sentiment, and then there will be my bear. Okay. Next one. Okay. And now, as it is a square, I can use the rest of this for the last border, which is just in the front. Like this. Okay. Yeah, that works for me. Now I have salvaged patina, salty ocean, and blueprint sketch, and I want to ink blend that sky a bit. It's not that visible, and I want it to be a bit darker so one can read the white lettering a lot. And I can smudge the paper down here, it doesn't matter. So I'm starting with the lightest one. Maybe I should take anything. I'm gonna check where it comes. I shouldn't smudge this one though. Okay, that's fine. And I take the next color. Go a bit darker. Okay, and I want to buff off the white a bit so it shines white again. Now this is the border background, and that will be fine. I think I want to do white speckles for snowflakes, but I also want to have a little edge on those, and I think I just take the salvage patina and do a little bit of this. When I do that, it often looks a bit weird. But yeah, I think when others do that, they do that nicer. So, okay, and then I'm basically done with the ink blending on this one. So I got some white. I think it's acrylic or it's something white. Or I also have confetti white from iMovie. Perfect Pearls. I just reactivating it as usual. And I want to do Antilles right here. Snowflakes. Mausie, du watch dan niet met mijn gezicht. I want a lot of snowflakes, and then I have what are those? Gansai Tembi or something. Opal colors. They show more on darker cardstock, but it's fine. They're with a blue tinge. Also want to have them for my snowy borders. Maybe it shows, maybe not. Then I try that. Up there actually. I also have some silver here, but I don't know if I want to use that. Maybe wreck it. Just on the white I want speckles, but I don't know what kind. But I think silver could be fine. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe some silver here. Okay, so now I'll let that dry. While it dries, I can prepare my frame, and this is now this is my acetate, which you might not see, and I just want to clean it a bit. I hope I'm not making it more smudgy. Using some isopropyl or something, and I just have to accept it's still gonna be dirty. You don't see that on here, I think, because I don't see it with my eyes. It's still all a bit smudgy. Yeah. Okay, so I put score tape on the frame, and I could put glue for having some wiggle room, but glue will just flatten and then be shown on the acetate. I don't want that. I put it on here so I see the acetate. And now, or maybe here. I try to put it on straight. Okay, that worked out nicely. But here's the score tape sticking out. So now I have the frame on my acetate. And also, before I close up my snow shaker, I want to have it adhered on the card base. When I make my snow shaker with a back plate here, and in the end glue it on my card base, then I have wobbles in my back plate, and I cannot push it down because this one is already on it. So I want to finish everything in here first, put that on the card base, and then close it up and be finished. So I need a card base for that. Well, I found a scrap lying around. It's a bit taller, but that's fine. So I cut it off, and I will aim for having the same edges around. Now, I could also do it a top fold, and I might want to add a string. So you could, because it's really like a picture frame, you can then hang it on the wall. So I don't want to forget about that. Okay. Now I still need it to dry, and then I can go in here. Okay, so my borders have dried. I've already put some score tape on here, and I've really made sure that it closes it all, because I don't want snow to come out. I forgot the snow. Oh, it's over there. Okay, first I need to put on the frame so I can place my borders. And this is why I try to be very neat with stacking them so I can put it in afterwards. It was a bit annoying, but yeah. Yeah. So I put on the frame. I don't know. Ton of glue. Okay. See better from the back. And I add my layers. Okay. And this goes, oh well, on it. I think I placed it before under it, but it doesn't fit there. And this. I could put this one on top there. I could do that. That could be fun, yeah. Let's do that. And that here, it's already sticking. And I will have this one there. I'm putting it flat. I could use I could make it a bit higher with a foam square, but just gonna put it flat. It's sometimes fun when the snow can gather on the critter then, but I'm not doing that now. So, let's see what it is. Yeah. Push it down. This one I add now with score tape again so it holds. And those are my Diamond Art Club murder tweezers. I just pinched myself. They're very dangerous. And now I add that in here. It could have had a bigger border for that to cover also the frame, but I didn't think of that before. Now I have it in here, and then I can put that on. But before I do this, I will add it now here, and I want to have a little hanger. So I thought the easiest way is actually to just put some stripes on here. And check which way it opens. And now I want to have how much, I don't know, just hang it up a bit. Like so, maybe. Maybe that's a bit too close. Okay. I have a hanger, which is maybe in the middle. I can cut off that a bit. But it adds a little bulk, but we have to be fine with that too. And now I add a ton of glue here. Maybe on the string. I really want it to hold. Okay, I'll try to center it. Barely see it, but maybe. Yeah, kind of like that. And now, because it's still open, I can also push down in the middle. I did make magnets before, and that was always annoying when I added on the magnet at last, and then it did have an air bubble in between. And like this, you can still press it down. Now sometimes I have a little glue in here, and I would let it dry a bit before I add my glitter and stuffs. But sometimes it's also nice when it sticks there a bit. So we'll just go on, get my snow. Well, I did buy a huge pack the first time I saw that there's snow. Yeah, it'll last for a lifetime, I think. Also, I have some chunky glitter. I still want to add some anti-static powder, because otherwise the glitter just sticks to the... things move around better. I should also put it on the back of this, so it doesn't just stick on here. It's dirty anyway, so still something. Okay, then I add a little bit of glitter. It's the chunky Prismatic glitter from Lawn Fawn, or chunky glitter. Add a little snow. Mostly I overdo it, but this is why I have it so high, because I want it, yeah, so I think this is plenty. I will take off this, and I will add some glue here. Just want a little wiggle room. Wow. Okay. Okay, but I add it here. It'll just squeeze out a bit. So, on it. Cool. And this is the first shaker done. I will let it dry a bit, and then I'll show you. So here it is. Now it might still have glue on the inside, on top, and the bottom, and the snow might glue to it, but that's fine. So I can shake it. Now it's kind of cool, it goes behind that border. And this is a snow shaker. And that was 1 out of 16 cards, and the rest I'm gonna power through by myself. And then I will show you all of them one by one when they're finished. So I am finished with all the cards. It is the next day, 1 p.m. Just want to show it to you one by one as an inspiration or whatever. It's hard to show, but I mainly want to show where the snow goes. So this is Hello Winter in German. And they all have a thing to hang it up. So here we have Winterliche Grüße, which is wintry greetings. But I don't shake it now, you just see I try to have the snow in there, that they're kind of standing or sitting on it. Then we have Falala. But it's also cute, when it falls, it is kind of on top of them. And then you can work it down. Okay, you have Fröhliche Feiertage, Merry Holidays. Klingglöckchen, klingelingeling. It is a song. Klingglöcklein, klingelingeling, klinglöcklein, kling. And Christmas song. So they're singing. Besinnliche Feiertage, like reverenty Christmas days. So those I glued on flat. That's why the snow just goes right past them. And with others, I have put some foam dots in between on the back. So here you can stay on it a bit. This again says Hallo Winter. Hello Winter. Then we have, this is funny because it says Kleiner Gruß zu Weihnachten, which is a small hello, small greeting for Christmas. And mammoths are gigantic. So that is kind of the opposite. And it's cute how the little one is deep in the snow, but it's safe because the mom's there. Or is that? Entspannte Feiertage, relaxed holidays. Feiertage is just the Christmas days or New Year. And here the elephant is glued onto the acetate because sometimes I couldn't fit it all in the picture. So I added something onto the acetate. I hope this is interesting for you guys. Just all the different cards. Yeah, card ideas. And now I'll show it anyway with the shaking because I find it so funny when it's on top and sometimes one has to tap it down. This is Winterpost für dich, winter mail for you. This is Mama Elephant stamps, and then here is Fröhliche Feiertage, Merry Christmas, Merry Celebration Days, Frohe Weihnachten. This is Merry Christmas, Frohe Weihnachten. Weihnachten is actually Christmas. Feiertage, ein Feiertag is a holiday. But we say that mainly for, also for others. Auf die Plätzchen, fertig, los. Das habe ich euch ja schon gezeigt. I have already shown that to you. That just triggered my German. Zauberhafte Adventszeit. Magical Advent time. Advent is very German. We have the Adventskalender. That is clearly Christmassy, even though it's a countdown for things. We only have that in Advent. Winterliche Grüße, wintry greetings. I did emboss that with black and twinkle, glittery black. Yeah. Again, and Mama Elephant stamps. They're lovely. They're mostly Mama Elephant and Lawn Fawn because I'm allowed to sell those. And this is a fun scene. I love that. Sorry, I need to get it down there. And they're standing on the snow. Wunderschöne und entspannte Weihnachtszeit. A wonderful and relaxing Christmas time. So, and those are my 16 snow shape cards. And yeah. And here they all are next to each other. And it's just a fun picture to see them all. And I made the same sky everywhere. I like it. I like how it looks. Well, and I got sick again, and I'm a bit worried about my lungs, so I've been inhaling Vicks. I'm not that sick yet. I hope I can get the corner. And yeah, now I thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one.